Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are located on our tantalizing planet called Earth, I hope you are having a tremendous day, evening, night, wherever you are located. Welcome again to my tutorial on our favorite, beloved, and dear 3D application, Blender. Like I like to say, at least it's in the top 10 of 3D applications worldwide. And it's shooting up like a rocket. It's not falling down that list, it's going up the list at a rapid pace. Especially with our beloved Blender 2.80 version that came out at least last year. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about view layers. If you're looking at the bottom of my screen, you see the view layers from Blender in bygone days. The last Blender in the bygone era was Blender 2.79 that used layers. But the sad thing about it, my good people, it only used 20 of them. Now, Blender 2.80 and beyond and increasing, they use something called collections. But I was tinkering around with Blender. Unfortunately, since there's no colleges that give you class on how to use Blender, or no organization that I can call down the street that'll come and show me how to use Blender, for the most part, we have to tinker with Blender. And if you've been using Blender like I have since version 2.76, I'm no longer in the infantile stage of using Blender. I'm no longer at that level where I gotta make a little mesh and all that. I know how to make all that. But the hardest part is making a human head. That's where I'm at right now. But I just do it every now and then. So I don't devote my whole heart into Blender. I said that before. Alright, my topic for the day is, hey, to a point, Blender 2.80 still have those render or view layers. Remember, if you used the view layers in the past, when you clicked on them little squares that you saw, the whole screen disappear. But you only had 20. I know Blender 2.80 has the collections. They good. They come in handy. I use them a lot. But Blender 2.80 it do have them view layers to an extent. You have to tinker around with it, but it's simple tinkering. And when you use it, you far eclipse that boundary of 20. You can make hundreds. How many you want of those view layers? And the thing I love about view layers, when you go to that scene, you only can manipulate that particular mesh. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna tell you now, it's some slight change you gotta make. It's some things you gotta do to get it to the view layers. It ain't gonna be easy as 1, 2, 3. So let me open up my little scene right here. Alright, you see I made a humanoid mesh. I'm not just gonna use a cube. I like to call him Harold the Cube. I'm not gonna wear Harold the Cube out. I'm not gonna use a plane. I'm not gonna use Susanna. I made my own little gizmo to let you know that I do know how to use Blender. I know how to use Blender to make a basic humanoid shape. I know how to use Blender. You all see that? Okay, so let's start. Now, to use the view layers, you have to use the H key, or you have to go up here and use invisibility mode. Now, unfortunately for me, since I made so many of these things, I didn't give them a proper name. But we don't gotta worry about all that, the proper names. I can name it now. I can call him Green 1. I'll go back here. I'll call this Green 2. And so on and so forth. Brown 1. I name this one Brown 2. You get the idea what I'm gonna do. Brown 2. I'll come over here. I call him Purple purple 1, and I'll call this purple 2. I'm glad I did it. All these other little cubes. Okay. Yeah. There must be another one. Let me see something. Yes, another one inside of there. So I can see. I can delete that. Delete. Where's this other cube at? There must be another one right inside of here. There you go. So I can delete that one too. So it was a good learning exercises. Alright, so here we go. Now I want to highlight all my greens. Highlight all my green. I should call it. I'm gonna give my layer a name first. I'm gonna call this layer 1. Layer, because that's gonna be important. 1. All right. I highlight my green. Now this is the important part. You have to hit Shift H. Oops. Let me get the mouse back. I have to hit Shift H, and you will see what happened eventually. Now I'm gonna do a new layer. New layer. And you see everything come right back. That's what I love about it. It comes right back. So it'll let you know right now it's doing something. Layer. I'm gonna call this layer 2. Okay. I'm gonna highlight all these little brown figures. I highlight them. Then I hit Shift H. Okay, that's on layer 2. Now I'm gonna click right here, make a new one, add view layer, make another view layer, new. I want to call this one layer 3. Highlight my purple ones. This is important. You have to keep hitting that Shift H so this can stay there. Shift H. Now here's the beauty of it. Now when I show this, I won't have to hit that Alt H key 1,000 times and wonder what to do. I'm gonna show you what I mean. I don't have to. Now to make them disappear, I have to hit Shift H to keep what I wanted on the screen. To keep what I want on the screen, you have to hit Shift H. Now let's go back. Let's check out our view layer. Let's go up here, click on the active workspace. Layer 1. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't gotta be hitting, like I said, I don't gotta be hitting Alt H to bring them back. I can work on that figure on that layer. So to a point, I'm still using the layers from versions, Blender version 2.79, 2.78, 2.7, all the way back to the beginning. Let me click up here again. Wow, look at that. He's on layer 2. Like I said, like the past version of Blender. He got his own little universe right there. I can work on him right there. Like I said, I don't gotta keep hitting that Alt H, Shift H. Do it one time. And the last one, let's click back up here. Layer 3. And you see that? That's the beauty of it. And I'm gonna go back to layer 1 and move it around and see what happened. I wanna move it somewhere. Grab Y. I wanna move them. Then I'm gonna go back to layer 3. Let's go back to layer 1 and see if my update took work. You see? You can do so realistically. The old layers in Blender 2.79 and prior versions are not dead. You just have to be creative. All you have to do when you got your complicated scene and you want to work on one simple object, hit Shift H. Then you give it a layer. If you like my discussions about the layer system from the previous version of Blender, is still here. You just gotta do some simple things, but it's still here. Give me a thumbs up. If you got any comments on how you creatively use the layer system, let me know. If you would like to subscribe to the channel for future content I may put on Blender, subscribe. And see, the thing I like about it before I go, see, I used to always be hitting Shift H to get a particular object by itself. Then when I was finished, I had to hit Alt H, Shift H. Those days are gone. I just need to hit Shift H one time and put it back on that layer. Then I can make a layer. Let me make a layer 4. I want to make a layer 4. New layer. Layer 4. And layer 4 will contain everything. Let's check it. Layer 4 should have everything I wanted. I'm going to layer 2. And I go right back to layer 4, and I got them all together so I can look at my complete scene. So that is true power, my good people. That's true power. Like I said, if you like, thumbs up. Any comments, leave a comment. You want to subscribe for future content that I made available in Blender. Until the next time, dear listener, peace.